Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick review and demo on the Balm Cosmetics Highlight and Contour Palette. This is the Spotlight Highlight and Contour Palette. This runs for about $36 and I actually got mine. You can get it from the Balm Cosmetics website. You can find these at Kohl's and then as well as on Outlook. I'm not sure what other places you could probably find the Balm, but those are the places where I buy the Balm Cosmetics. And honestly, for me, I would just wait for a sale because I bought this during their 50% off a flash sale on the balmcosmetics.com. So I got this for $18, which is a pretty good deal for a highlight and contour palette. Usually they're around like the $38, $36, $40 and up dollar range. So I was like, you know what, let me just, check it out. Second of all, I love that it comes with a huge mirror because that's convenient, especially if you're highlighting and sculpting the face and this is all you kind of have. And the sleekness of their palettes, I think they're nice. And then I just love like how they kind of go all out with like decor and stuff. To get into the palette, so you get two matte highlight shades for underneath the eye. You get two more shimmery for like above the cheekbone highlights, and as well you can put like in the inner corner. And then you get two sculpting shades, a bronzer and a blush. Couple things to say about this palette. I do like this palette. I do really like it. I don't quite love it. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not there to love it. I feel like there's a couple things maybe I would change where I feel like I would really love this. First of all, the formula of the powders I think is great. I feel like the formula of the face powders are similar to like how I love the eyeshadows. I love the eyeshadow formulas, and I feel like the powders as well. They sit on the face really well. They blend out really well as well. I think for me to really love this, I would tweak a couple things for myself personally, for my skin tone personally. I feel like maybe if you're a little bit more tan than me, I think this might just be perfect for you. So I've tried two of these both sculpting powders, and for my skin tone this is like more on the lighter side, so I've been using this one more, but I feel like I wish it was just a hint lighter of a tone and I think it'd be perfect. I think if anything, maybe when I'm more tan, it's gonna work even better for me. I can still work with it, but I feel like I definitely, to get my definition, like to go in with a smaller brush. But in order for it to work for me, I have to kind of like blend it out with something a little bit bigger, just to kind of airbrush it out more and have it kind of match with my skin tone a little bit better. So I feel like that's why, like, for my skin tone, I feel like I just wish it was a little bit more lighter, a little bit more complementary. But this might be something that works out for you, as well as maybe even the other shade. This shade for me is probably something a little bit too dark. I really, since having tried it out, I don't really use it. The bronzer shade, honestly for me, I feel like the bronzer shade I would probably just use as a blush for my skin tone. I feel like this is just really orange. Really warm, so I'm like thought about like, okay, maybe use a bronzer and then get the sculpt, but I feel like it's just way too warm for me. I hardly ever touch it, but I thought about it, I was like, you know what, this looks like a really good blush. So I was like, next time I'm gonna use this blush. The blush they have here is a pink blush, and I thought this was going to be a little too crazy, like a little too much for my skin tone, but I think it works really well. I'm wearing it today. I put it on really lightly because I am, doing a little bit more with the eyes here. But I think it works, and I feel like as your skin gets more tan and deep, I feel like this works for a lot of different skin tones, just depending on how you apply it and how much you apply it. For underneath the eyes, these setting powders, I like them. I feel like if anything, I do use the yellow one a little bit more than the peach one. This is definitely more on like the cool side. I am more like cool neutral tone, but I tend to like the yellow one just a little bit better. And I gravitate, and I've just been using this one like every day, and I feel like it's not too drying for underneath my eyes. It doesn't look too powdery or cakey, and it does give you that nice little under eye brightness. For the cheekbone highlights, I was actually impressed. Usually I don't like the more shimmery, like meant for above the cheekbone highlights in palettes. I feel like they kind of missed the mark. I feel like it's either like just way too ashy, too white. It just usually doesn't work, but I think these were actually pretty good. I feel like I could use both actually. I would say this is definitely like a lighter one for me if I want like a more lighter, cooler highlight. If not, even this one works. I feel like I was experimenting a little bit. And then as well as I even kind of mix these two together, and I think the colors, depending what I'm kind of going for, if I want something a little bit more warmer, I would definitely get this one. It has a little bit more of that peach to it. So either one works. other than say maybe wanting to adjust the contour shades for myself, I think the other thing for me that I would prefer in this palette is maybe, like, I get, like, it looks cute, but I feel like I wish the pans were a little bit wider just so I can like comfortably dip my brush into. So for the highlight shade, I use this brush for my highlight shade, so I feel like that kind of, it, you know, kind of works, but I don't know, for some reason I kind of want to go that way. So I kind of, you know, I can dip it in that way. It's really slim, it works. Depending on the brush that I use for the contour, so this is a little bit smaller, but I feel like I kind of gotta like tap it in. I don't know. I just wish there was more space. I like those square pans or like a circle pan, especially if I want to use a bigger brush. I feel like it's kind of awkward to kind of get in there. If anything, I feel like just for a little bit more convenience, I think I would prefer just to have maybe more square pens or circle pens. I feel like these are just like kind of really thin, so I'm just wondering, one, how much product is in there, and two, it's just more convenient to have other like wider pens to work with. Overall though, I do think this is a good palette. The formula is great, the pigmentation is great, and then it doesn't leave me with like, you know, patchiness on my cheeks or kind of like, you know, skidding and sliding and missing areas. I think it's good. Just small things for myself that I think I would adjust, and then I would probably really enjoy this palette. If you're curious, I would definitely say pick it up. You might like it a lot better than I do, or maybe you won't. I don't know, but I think it's one worth checking out if you're curious, and especially if you find it for like 50% off. I think it is a really good deal. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review and demo. If you picked up the palette, let me know if you liked it or didn't like it. I'm actually really curious to find out, because I really haven't seen any like reviews on the palette, so I'm wondering, you know, how's it going for everybody else. But I mean, for $18, I can't even be mad. I think it's a good deal for 18 bucks. I would definitely check it out if you can find it on sale for like the higher end palettes that run like $40–45. I think this is worth the price to me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.